Even with the billions at Wayne Enterprises' disposal, Gotham City's protector faces an undefeated enemy: scarcity. The resources required to fight crime, time, skilled labor, and specialized materials, are strictly limited. Wayne Enterprises must divide its finite resources between two broad categories of production. On one side, consumer goods, like the lightweight Kevlar body armor used by the GCPD. On the other, capital goods, like the massive robotic assembly arms required to build Batmobiles. Because these raw materials and labor hours are finite, it is physically impossible to produce an endless supply of both Kevlar and assembly arms. A choice has to be made. To solve this dilemma, economists use a specific analytical tool. This is a production possibility curve, or PPC. It is a graph showing the maximum possible output of two types of products that can be produced given the existing resources and current technology. The PPC maps the absolute boundary of what is physically achievable in Gotham's war on crime. It forces every strategic decision to be calculated and measured. Let's draw a bowed outward curve establishing Wayne Enterprises' physical manufacturing limits. Any point inside, like D, represents inefficiency and unemployed resources. Points exactly along the line represent productive efficiency with zero waste. Point F, far outside, is completely unattainable. This standard exam diagram translates these zones into hard numbers, plotting capital against consumer goods. The curve dictates efficient limits, like producing 120 consumer goods at 0 capital goods, or 50 capital goods at 0 consumer goods. True economic efficiency means pushing production exactly to the edge of the curve. You must avoid internal waste while acknowledging the strict physical limitations outside. Suppose the Joker launches a sudden attack on the city's infrastructure. Batman must immediately reallocate resources to produce Batmobiles, pulling engineers away from body armor. This shift illustrates opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the value of the next best alternative that is foregone when a choice is made. Moving the point up the curve from C to B secures machinery, but causes an unavoidable drop in body armor. The curve's bowed shape illustrates the law of increasing opportunity cost. Shifting unsuited resources creates increasingly larger sacrifices. Every strategic maneuver along the frontier requires a measurable sacrifice. When you operate at maximum capacity, there are no free choices. If point F is physically unattainable, how does an economy ever improve its overall output? An economy is not frozen in time. Its total productive capacity can expand or contract based on systemic factors. Two main elements can increase this capacity: an improvement in technology, like Lucius Fox inventing a faster manufacturing AI, or an increase in the quantity or quality of resources, like hiring 1,000 highly trained new engineers. When these advancements occur, the entire production possibility curve shifts outward to the right. It expands the area of the graph, engulfing the previously unattainable point F. This expansion is what economists define as potential economic growth. The inverse is also true. If an earthquake destroyed half of Gotham's factories, the entire curve would shift sharply inward to the left, representing a severe reduction in the city's productive capacity. While resources are always bound by scarcity in the present, human ingenuity, steady investment, and technological advancement can continually push the boundaries of production outward. The PPC operates as the ultimate strategic ledger. It visualizes the strict costs of our present choices while mapping the exact path toward our future economic potential.
So we've mapped out the limits, we've defined scarcity, calculated the opportunity costs of moving around, and learned the exact mechanics required to shift our boundaries and hit true economic growth. But that fundamental law we started with, it remains unbroken. Every single choice, even on an expanding, highly advanced frontier, requires a sacrifice. So, as you look at your own strategic map, really knowing your absolute limits, what are you going to choose to produce with your limited resources today?